Hey everybody, BriDaJedi here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. We left last in deep space, and now we're going right to Neverland. But first, might be time to go to yeah, it's Mark the Hero. I don't know, I think it's most of these Kingdom Hearts games, they make the Olympus one kind of like way overpowered. It was for the original one in Kingdom Hearts 1, the Olympus. That was like, I think most people use that through Hollow Bastion. I originally used Metal Chocobo the first time because I thought it was cool. Really? Just gonna show Tinker? What? Get demonetized. Alrighty. Boing. Neverland. Still better than it was in Days. Some people are always like, I want to remake a Days. You know what? I would appreciate that if it was on like the C team working on that. Days was not that great a game. The story was fantastic. The gameplay was not. It was a bunch of monotonous missions that I played way too much of. You know, actually, to continue from last episode, how we talked about video games I spent too much time on, Days would be one of them, along with Birth by Sleep and Chain of Memories for Game Boy Advance. Oh, am I gonna get kicked in the freaking face?
Let's try kicking him.
Oh my god, that was like a freaking punt. Is Tinkerbell Randy Orton?
But everybody just calls me Ben. Huh. Guess.
You know, that thought process should be, I should just change my name
must
then.
have fallen asleep.
But where'd you come from?
Well, you see.
All right, we're going.
So long, Ben.
Hey,
We're the only two
where
lost
you guys
boys.
off to?
King saw a shooting star, and we're gonna go hunt it down.
A shooting star? You mind if I come along?
Of course not. But you gotta agree to follow us.
Yeah, it's right over that way, by the Indian camp.
Ready, man? Forward, march.
I believe you mean Native American camp? Little bear cub guy from, or boy I should say, from Peter Pan will not do well in today's landscape. Oh, that's right. Let's buzz Zach out real quick. Oh, we're not gonna survive. Stop. Here's pride. I just really wanted to use it, that's it. So full of darkness. It's awesome. Oh, I guess I could have used on you guys. Oh well. Alright. Indian camp was, I believe, this way? Really, was Air Flare 3 the walk around one? Oh, I guess find out later. And you know, I think how I mentioned back with Cinderella's World when I talked about anime.
Call me Ben.
I think I have a similar thing on video games. Like, if it's enjoyable and if I like it and if it speaks to me. So the past, I want to say 2 months or so, because now with the time recording this, it's September. I want to say starting July maybe or so, I started playing through PlayStation Plus games or games that I bought in the past that like I just never got around to beating. For the ones I liked, I kept going to do so. For the ones that I just didn't like, I just didn't play again, you know?
Tinkerbell, what's gotten into you?
We were all supposed to go hunt for a shooting star together.
Forget that.
She is
Pirate
pissed.
treasure is way more fun. Tink, you're coming with us.
She said
that's
go
no way to
fuck
respond
yourself.
to an invitation. Come on, Ben. You're a better sport than her, right?
I'd love to join you, but first I want to find the shooting star.
I told Peter to go fuck himself, dude. Yeah, just make them walk instead of letting them fly. Ooh, I'll fight the monkey. Let's go, monkey. Thunder! Thunder! Oh, you don't trip, do you? Thunder! Thunder!
Bring it! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Bring it!
No, no. Okay. Oh, stun edge instead of slot edge. Alright, that makes more sense.
Thunder! Drip!
Man, still nothing, huh? Yeah, well. Random beam will kill him. For sure. Oh, finally. Gimme, 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 gimme. Mine, 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 mine. Yes. Oh, let's get the gully or whatever it is. Alright, just map it, and then this place is the gully, right? Gully, yeah. Oops. Alright, I think... Yeah. Alright, here it is. No, I think I'm all set, actually. I just realized for equipment-wise, I think I'm all good. Maybe I should have equipped Air Flare 3, but I think I'll be fine. And you recognize that piece.
A shooting star and a pixie. Must be my birthday.
Let Tinkerbell go!
Ha! One of Peter Pan's brats. Well, tell that cowardly sparrow if he wants his precious Tinkerbell back, he'd best meet me at Mermaid Lagoon.
Stop!
Mermaid Lagoon.
Scram!
Alright. And of course we're going to be so far behind, we can't help them, but... Oh yeah? That's what you can do? Aw, oh, damn. I wait too long. You know what? Just seeing that, that's where it comes from. Ow. Good. Somebody tripped. Okay, you're dead. Angle? Perfect? I think so. You know, I love that they call it Diamond Dust, because... Like... They don't forget their... Well, in my opinion, they don't forget their Final Fantasy roots. You know, despite what some people may say. Well, let's just... Let's not say we did. Thank you, Leaf Bracer. Nope, I should have rolled, Ooh, we may need cure again. Ah, Wingblade is the best. I forgot about that. So just how, what's his name? Terra has Rockbreaker as his, like, exclusive one. Wingblade is Ven's, and it is amazing. I actually forgot when you trigger it, but clearly I did do something, so.
I lost them.
Yeah, of course you did. You fought for, like, 10 minutes.
what stars are? Where light comes from?
Look out below!
Peter, help! Tinkerbell's been pixie-napped.
Then I'm too late. Hook's gonna pay for this.
He said to meet him at Mermaid Lagoon.
Gotta be an ambush. Huh, that old codfish thinks he's clever.
Hey, I'm going too.
Well, we have to hurry. Can you keep up?
You bet.
Alrighty. Why do I not pay attention? No, Mermaid Lagoon. What am I doing? Yeah, duh. I just came from there. Although, I was already on Airflow 3. Okay. Yeah, I honestly forgot how to get this one. I know this one, but I just don't feel like getting it. Not gonna resent the stumps and foes. Hey, we'll get there. Let's see, what should we replace you with? Yeah, sure, Magnet. I mean, really, I'm just trying to build a lot of this just so that when I get my, no, that's not it. Mermaid Lagoon. When I get these leveled up, I can meld and then get more stuff, so.
Peter Pan ahoy!
Peter Pan ahoy!
Young Tom and fire!
Cannon fire? Where's it coming from?
On the water! Over there! Tink, it's you! And you're all right! What? A strange fellow with a funny-looking sword has... Hold on! I gotta stop that cannon!
Okay, I'll go after Hook.
Right. Tink, if you would?
What?
It's pixie dust! Bet you feel lighter now, don't you?
I don't know, did you just cover me in shit or something? And glide, so that's perfect. No, I know how to use glide, don't you? Damn it. Oh, I have to equip it, duh.
Yeah!
Maybe you do have to tell me, I don't know.
Thunder! Tap! Tap! Drip!
Trip. Gather. Nope. Thank you. Glide. Is pulse bomb done? No, we still got some pulse bomb to go. And we're done with this. Awesome. So let's swap it with arrow. And that's it. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna do something here. Okay. Let's meld at least 3 things. Good, that's a much better combination. I like that. Blizzard Edge and Poison and Collision Magnet. That's too bad. So let's do Abounding. Oh, EXP Walker. I think that's new too. Alright, good. Poison. Yeah, I'll give that. What's new? Fleeting. Magic Haste. Let's get some frickin' question marks here. Oh, collision magnet, that's good too. And let's do fleeting as well. Attack, oh. Magnet spiral. Okay. Lazara and no. Confuse and strike raid, fine. Abounding. All of those should be new for me, I think. Blizzard Edge. Exact. Goddamn. We don't need an arrow. We'll just do that. Alright, oh, wait, actually. I think that's best. I'll find out. Alright, yeah, Lucky Strike was new. That's good. Perfect. Nothing worse than doing something and you can't even... Let's get this chest now. For some reason, I feel like the glide in this is very, how do I phrase it? Dumbed down. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just... Trip? Oh, there's Airflare 3. And the part that screwed me in the last one. Don't know why I didn't think of it in the first place. Let's clear that too. Oh, I meant to have that before Magnet Spiral. That was my bad. Wingblade? Please give me a Wingblade. Cyclone. Cyclone. It's just... my Cyclone. Oh, let's not say we did, Jam. Okay. And if I remember correctly, that's a Mimic chest. Treasure rate will activate it anyway. Mimic! Mermaid Lagoon. You know, I meant to just double check, but I think I'm all good.
Alas, and so passeth a worthy opponent. To think that his would be such an inglorious end.
You know, I think the thing that holds Birth by Sleep back, in my opinion, is its battles. Mainly its boss battles. Because...
Don't tell me.
How do I put this? How many times for these worlds were the bosses like,
Lost that Peter Pan.
Okay. The boss battles were just random unversed. Not even like boss unversed, like boss heartless, but just like Kingdom Hearts 2. You know, not even, because 2 is kind of amazing. Kingdom Hearts 1, you had guard armor, and I'm just going bosses in order. Guard armor, you had Trickmaster, you had Cerberus, Oh yeah, Clayton with a stealth sneak Heartless. Ow. Trip. Blackout. Yeah, Can I heal? Thank you. I mean, I'll just stay here if you want. He's gonna gather. Oh, Thunderbolt. Okay, let's magnet and get done, Hook. Yeah, this is invincible attack. You cannot. If done right, no can defend. Thank you, Mr. Miyagi. Got him. Oh yeah, sorry, I got lost because I started getting hit. I started the car again. You fought Jafar, then Genie Jafar. You had to fight Parasite Cage once with Riku, and then Parasite Cage again. Oogie Boogie / Oogie Boogie's Manor. You have to fight Cat and Hook while flying, you know, with Peter Pan. Maleficent Dragon. And then, of course, at the end, it was Ansem for, you know, Kingdom Hearts-y, Final Fantasy type boss.
Oh well. That's too bad.
When you think Kingdom Hearts 1, that was great. You fought some great Disney villains, and even some of those Heartless were, like, very intimidating. Guard armor for the first time. Forgot reverse armor when you come back to Traverse Town. Stealth Sneak. My wife couldn't beat Tarzan because of that Stealth Sneak, and she hated to this day. Still gives her name. It's that meme of, like, you ever hear a cutscene over and over, and it makes you, what do you call it? Like, you just know it, and you kind of mock it when it happens. And the best is like, you're not taking Kyrie's heart was like the main meme. I'm like, yeah, that was me when I was younger. For her, it was the Tarzan one. The whole,
What is it?
not Clayton. When it's Tarzan. And also that,
So it's like a dipstick, huh?
like that noise the Stealth Sneak makes. Like,
Something that's special?
Yep. I don't need it if I've got Terra and Aqua. Our best memories are still ahead.
ooh,
Alright then.
Ben, you poor boy.
Next time you visit, we'll have an even bigger chest.
What else? Yeah, and then Kingdom Hearts 2, just the myriad of bosses you do eventually fight. Land of Dragons, you got an actual frickin' dragon, and then you got to fight Shan Yu. In Hercules, you get to fight, what do you call it?
Belongs to a friend of mine. Do you
Well,
think
first
we'll
you
ever
fight
hang on
Pete,
to it?
and then you fight the Hydra, and then you get to fight Hades. In Beast, you get to fight a pretty cool Heartless, especially with the Reaction Command, and Zaldin from Organization 13. Pirates of the Caribbean, you fight Captain Barbosa, and then a Grim Reaper Heartless with Luxord's taunting, whatever. What is it? Disney Castle. Yeah, you go Timeless River, you fight Old Timey Pete, but that was kind of like a one-off world. It was different. Aladdin, you fight Jafar Genie again, and you fight these kind of two Blizzard Lord and
No matter where
Flame
that
Lord
fight
for
takes him,
the Heartless.
then he'll always have friends with
Halloween Town, you get to fight Oogie again, and you fight that weird present Heartless. Neverland, you have to fight freaking Scar with Peter Pan, just the two of you. Nobody else, just the two of you, which is kind of cool. And, what's it, Peter Pan, that one? Oh, that weird Earthshaker one, that one kind of sucked, in my opinion, because it was a giant Heartless. But, and you were Lion Source, so it was weird. In Tron, you get to fight, well, you fight a Heartless the first time, then you get to fight, the MCP with Tron and whoever your party member is. And then that's not even counting that, you know, you fight all those other organizations, 13 members, Sykes, Luxord. You get to fight Axel at a certain point, you know, technically. You get to fight with Axel, you get to fight along. There's just so many different things between 1 and 2, and then for Birth by Sleep, where, what was it for Terra? I had to fight all those, like, what was it, like
I saw him.
what is it, like mushroom, whatever, Heartless. Same thing with Ven. Ven's boss of Olympus was those little weird jellyfish Heartless. That's it. Granted, Deep Space was the little thing. Neverland, I got to fight Hook. Disney Town was different. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like they really wasted on the boss, because it doesn't matter if it's not a Disney boss or like a Kingdom Hearts like creation boss, like an original character boss. Just like have it be an actual boss. Like I feel like just fighting the random small fries aren't good. Like it's not worth it, you know. I don't know. That's how I feel. Love that this area is still here, by the way. Mega Magic.
Yen Sid, sir, we just got a clue as to where the king might be.
Ventus.
Huh?
Ericus has told me much about you. If I am not mistaken, you were ordered to return home.
Well, sir,
No matter.
Huh?
Mickey has difficulty following directions, too. Where is this clue to Mickey's whereabouts?
I got it.
This feller Venquist, Venolite, Veggie,
Just got it, Ven.
sure. That's what I usually go by.
Ven had it when he got here.
Please explain.
I ran into Mickey, but we got sent flying into the light. I don't know where he went. He wasn't in the same world as the one where I found that.
As I thought, Mickey has been hurling himself from one world to the next. That explains why I could not.
It's like he's on some type of world tour or something.
You can't now, can you?
Could it be grand?
I can.
I can do many things with my beard. Even though this will go up, by the time this goes up, it would have been like probably a month later. But I made homemade mozzarella sticks. So it was this past weekend, and I was usually during the week I'll usually go to sleep like midnight because I have to wake up at like 8 for work. So I view it as like, all right, I'll get like about 8 hours, and then, you know, sometimes that works that way, but 12:30, 1 o'clock, you know, whatever. But anyway, so I usually go to sleep then, and then because I gotta go to work, and then from 6 when I get out to, you know, whenever it's time to relax, chill, go shopping, you know, do errands, you know, just other time. Up and fanciness, all for nothing. You guys suck. But yeah, so it was one of the times where I'm like, okay, it took a little bit. I never take like a full like 5-hour energy. If I know like, all right, we're gonna stay up till 5, because that's what I always assume. A lot of times we'll do that. Maybe we'll drink, or we'll just like stay up while she does homework, and then I do. Usually play a game by myself, like to myself. Let's say if I was playing on the TV, I'd keep ear open for a headphone or play on mute, depending on what the game is. And you know, she can do her homework. I'm not obviously causing noise to bother her, but so one of the times it was like, hey, I'm really sleepy. I'm gonna go to sleep early, so that we can, so I can like get up early for work, you know, to like do homework. So I'm like, all right, sounds good. I was like, I took a 5-hour a little while ago, so I'm gonna stay up a little bit, especially because we were trying to go through. You know, let me just take you off, and it'll just be easier. Take you off and take you off. We were playing Animal Crossing, and it was all about trying to get the rest of the pirate stuff, because I decided to make my, like, when you first walk into my house in Animal Crossing, pirate themed. So I was like, okay, like I'll stay up. It was already like maybe 3 or 4 by the time she went to sleep, so I was still up for a while after that. And oh man, it was a bitch getting everything. Like, oh my god. Magnica. You know, just because of this fight, I'm gonna want Mind Shield. But hold on. No. Okay. I think there's something I don't have. Yeah, elixir. Okay, I think that was it. Alright, let's just jump into this, because I spent a minute on a menu when I probably could have just been doing this. So, making it up. What was I saying? I'm gonna take a drink of water. Maybe then I'll remember.
We meet again, boy.
Leonard Nimoy. Right. I forget exactly what I was saying. Nani? Oh yeah, that's right. So I was up. I finished it. I'm like, all right, and I'm like, you know what? Just look for something on my phone, like YouTube, to like listen to. I usually have something always downloaded from YouTube, like from the YouTube app, like to always listen to or watch in case some shit goes down somewhere. I don't have internet and I can't watch something. At least there's something to keep my mind going. Anyway, so there's this channel, Nino's Home, or I think it's Nino's Home. I don't think there's a little ampersand over the end. Ampersand? No, not ampersand. Crap, I forgot what it's called. Like under mañana and other words in Spanish, where it has a little squiggly end. But it might just be Nino's Home, because it was N-I-N-O-S. What we say Nino. Anyway. Yeah, it'd be cool if we called it the X-Blade, wouldn't it?
Some say Kai, but the meaning is the same.
See, why couldn't you call it a Kai Blade? I'd almost prefer the Kai Blade. Seriously. It's like, it just does not work. And I have the power to make it. Correct.
Eric
Oh, man.
knows it too. He knows exactly what you are.
Anyway. So he made mozzarella onion rings. So I was like, what the hell is that? Like, it kind of looked good. I'm like, let me see. I'm not usually a fan of onion rings, though. So it was like, he essentially, like, he still made both. So it's like, onion, he cut the, onion for a ring around the onion. And he had, like, strips of, like, block mozzarella. And it was like, he cut the mozzarella, kind of, like, shaped 2 cuts that he did within the onion ring thing. Dipped it in flour. Dipped it in egg. Dipped it in breadcrumb. And then as everything that was there saying, dip it back in the egg, dip it back in breadcrumb, leave it out, then rinse and repeat till you're done. And you say stick it in the freezer for a certain amount of time so it's easier to handle. But then you basically fry it. Some people have air fryers. Some people have that thing where they're like, I have a little what is it called? Like a little platform or like a little device, and then like that's basically like a portable heating pad thing, like a stovetop. Because usually for filming purposes. So they use that. I was like, oh my god, like, it's basically mozzarella stick. I'm like, how would I make that? So I looked up homemade mozzarella sticks. I looked at a couple of videos. I found one by this, I think it was Laura's Kitchen. She sounded pretty Italian from the thing, which I was like, awesome, I could relate to. Especially when she was like, don't use Italian seasoning for breadcrumbs. I use plain, and then I add stuff because, not as good. So I'm like, I could understand that. When she's like, Parmesan, as her grandma always says, what was it? Some is good, more is better, and a lot is perfect. I don't know, I forgot what she said, but I was like, I like this lady for that. So yeah, I was like, okay, so I'll do it. So I had basically everything at home, except for the cheese. So went to sleep, eventually woke up, did some things, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna go out to the store, get a couple things. So I got other groceries, but I was like, alright, I'm getting a block of mozzarella so I could do this. So I tell him, like, I gotta do prep work, because it says to leave it in, like, 2 hours. So it's like, okay. So yeah, we're done for this episode, by the way. I'm just gonna stop here, because it's gonna be shenanigans. So, yeah, I was like, okay, so I'll do it. So I had basically everything at home, except for the cheese. So went to sleep, eventually woke up, did some things, and I was like, alright, I'm getting a block of mozzarella so I could do this. So I got other groceries, but I was like, alright, I'm getting a block of mozzarella so I could do this. So I had other groceries, but I was like, I gotta do prep work, because it says to leave it in, like, 2 hours. So it's like, okay. So yeah, we're done for this episode, by the way. I'm just gonna stop here, because it's gonna be shenanigans. There you go. So it's a little quieter. All right. So here it is, and I'm super excited about it. So I cut it. I got the breadcrumbs, the flour, the egg, everything. I did my own little special thing for the breadcrumbs and make add salt so it wasn't too like bland. So I did it. I put it in the freezer in like I did foil, and then in like a like Tupperware. I like spaced them out in it because we got rid of like a lot of our older cooking utensil, like cooking tools, because it was like, all right, we either got them from the wedding or it was just like shitty ones we bought. We're like, all right, we just need something. So like, I don't really have like a straight like cooking pan, especially with parchment paper. So I was like, all right, it's foil so it doesn't stick, and I'll just stick it in the freezer. So eventually, after the freeze, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it now. And I got a little spider strainer too. And once I set it to, so my oven for a little dial for the stuff, I have 1 to 9. Most have these, but whatever. So I set it to 9 like I do to boil water, because in my mind, I'm like, water's gonna boil, oil boil. Once I see it start bubbling, I'll lower it to like 5, and then I'll start cooking. So I was like, hey, it's been like a few minutes. I'm like, how do I know what's there? I'm like, nothing's happening. She was like, I'll try it, put something in. So I grabbed one little mozzarella ball, like I made like a small one. I lower it into with the spider strainer. It immediately, like a flash fire, goes. It immediately burns the outside with the breadcrumbs, and I'm like, something happened. So I was like, all right, let me try another one. I think it was too small, so I used like not a full length stick, but like a smaller one, and pretty much immediately, just flashes of burning it. And once it cooled, I was like, all right, let me try it. And I was like, it's disgusting. And it was like, so the outside was fine, just obviously burnt. But the inside was just cold cheese. I'm like, it just didn't cook it on the inside. So I took it off for a little while, like a couple minutes, and then I put it back on, but had a low heat. And I'm like, okay, this is much more manageable. And they came out perfect. My wife she's like, better than anything we've ever eaten at. Because we've had them at different restaurants before. Well, it was like an IHOP or, what's it, Buffalo Wild Wings, or like, just like any place that sells them. Usually it's a nice appetizer. I'm like, yeah, let's have some. She's not a big fan of cheese a lot, but it was like, yo, this is great. So I'm definitely going to make them again. And as I Googled it and checked out the thing, it's actually healthier. I was using Wesson canola oil. Anyway, I went off a tangent about cooking. We're not even a cooking channel. We're a gaming channel. I'd like to be an anime channel, too. Cooking would be interesting, but I'd probably want my own apartment. Anyway, I have rambled on long enough, and this episode is long enough with nothing. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. If you want more random stories of my life, or just gameplay, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and very importantly, subscribe. Almost at that 200. That means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but it'll be nice to look at. Thanks for watching again. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch everybody in the next episode. Adios.